What up, what up? We are live. That mean you want your bed? Stay. There you go. That's right, we got chest and triceps today. It is week 4 of the summer shred. We're gonna hit it heavy lifting today, alternating between chest and tricep exercises. That's right. We're gonna get a warm up in. While we're warming up, I'll have you all looking at the dog. How's that? Hey, Missy, what is going on? I figure people would rather watch Demi than watch me warm up. Can you hear me okay? Can you hear the music? Can you hear my voice? Is it all coming through? All right, sounds good. I'm just getting warmed up. Getting the chest muscles and the arm muscles nice and warm for this workout. We got chest and triceps. We are in week 4 of the summer shred. We are hitting it hard and heavy today. I believe we have 4 chest workouts, 4 tricep workouts, and then a finisher at the end. And then we got another live stream on the Case Walker Chronicles tonight at 9. We got some good stuff to talk about. That's all she does is sleep. Ain't that right, dimwits? Ain't that right, dimwits? By the way, I got the greatest hoodie on in the world. You already know. You already know what hoodie I got on today. All right, all right, all right, all right. We're gonna get this thing started. How we doing? All right, we're gonna get started with the first exercise. Exercise number 1, we got barbell bench press. That's right, get those elbows tucked in, controlling the negative, drive through with the chest. All right, we want a full lockout at the top. Make sure we get that contraction in the chest. As always, we're going heavy with this. We want 5 sets, just 5 to 8 reps. Always start with a warm-up set, all right? Lightweight warm-up set. We can do more reps on that just to get the muscles activated. Let's go. That's right, Lacey. You know what it is. Summer Shred goals. We are week 4 of the Summer Shred. We're going to kill it today. Thank you for all the likes. Love it, love it. All right, let's get into our first working set. We got some heavy weight on the bar. We're only doing 5 to 8 reps. And remember, control the negative, push through with the chest, lock out at the top. Let's go. Not too bad. Where did you all decide to go eat? Taku, some Japanese steakhouse. I want the hibachi. Not open yet, huh? What do you got? Half hour. You get to watch me for half an hour. All right, because we're doing heavier weight on this opening set, the rest time between sets is a little bit longer because we want to get the energy back in those muscles before we hit our next set. We want to have the stamina to get through those reps. Ah. Whew. I wasn't comfortable with another one. That's all right though. I ain't got nobody here to save me if I get in trouble, so I want to make sure we stay safe. Stay safe and have fun. But that was body weight for 4 in the second set, so I'm good with that. Next set, let's go. All right, let's get into the fourth set. All right, last set, let's go. Hell yeah. All right, we're moving on to exercise number 2. We have a tricep exercise, close grip bench press. That's right, hands nice and close, elbows tucked, driving through the triceps, not the chest, all right? Yes, you are gonna use some chest. Yes, you are gonna use some front delt, but this is designed to focus on that tricep. All right, for these exercises, we're doing 4 sets, 8 to 10 reps. All right, about a minute and a half rest in between. $2K likes, baby. Next set, let's go. All right. Gotta figure out how we get this pushed out. Nobody's even scrolling. Come on. What better do you have to do at 4 o'clock on a Friday? Are you not entertained? Big summer blowout! We got Jess in the house! Hell yeah! I'm gonna like the shit out of that. We got chest and triceps for me today. I slacked off yesterday. Ooh. Got the big old cortisone injection. Did you get that in your knee? Ouch. Yeah, I'm gonna pass. Hard pass on that. Jess, you're gonna have to reach out to my brother out in Denver, Colorado. He has been doing research for like the past 10 years and administering PRP and stem cells for athletes and just people in general who are looking to regenerate that cartilage and those tendons in those joints. He's got some pretty cool stuff out there. But I will say, that shit's expensive and insurance doesn't even touch it. It's all cash. Next set, last set, close grip, press for the triceps. Yeah. Woo. Burning. They burning. Right, insurance won't pay for it because it'll make you better. They're only gonna pay for stuff that'll continue to harm you. That way you keep paying them the premiums. But what do I know? Thank you for liking, thank you for sharing. That's what I'm talking about. Just a mess in the house. All right, we got exercise number 3. This is a upper chest focus exercise. We are doing incline dumbbell press. That's right. Got the press action going on today. Yeah, it's a tough muscle to really get that mind-muscle connection. I think one of the best exercises I have found for chest activation, yeah, shoulders take over, absolutely. For chest activation is a banded fly. Which I might do those today. I'll have to see what exercise it is in my routine today. Because if it says dumbbell flies in my routine today, I may do a banded fly instead of a dumbbell fly. Reason being is dumbbell flies from the bench. I do like the contraction. However, at full contraction, you really have no resistance on your chest because the weight's coming down and not away, if that makes sense. I'll demonstrate if I do have flies today. I'm pretty sure I do. But like a pec deck, that's great. There you're getting the actual full resistance all the way through the exercises. When you start bending the elbows, it becomes more of a press. When you're trying to do pec flies with dumbbells. But I'll show you, I'm pretty sure I have flies today, and dumbbell flies, instead of doing dumbbells, I'll do resistance band, and I'll show you the activation that I get from it. It's freaking awesome. All right, we're doing, what are we doing? Four sets. We're gonna cut that to 3 sets today because I'm gonna do a little heavier weight with the 50s. Let's get it. Full stretch at the bottom. Retract your shoulders. Press up above your head. Yeah. Lacey says, let it be known that she went to TJ Maxx and bought nothing. That's impressive. Next set. Ah, yeah. Ah. Ah. Woo. Hell yeah, Jess. Get it. 170 grams of protein consistently each day this week. That's awesome. Consistency is where it's at. That is what is going to make you achieve your goals, is having that consistency. I mean, being consistent, having the determination, the dedication, and the mindset to be consistent. Good. Good. I've been in a calorie deficit for about, I don't know, 3 months. It sucks. You know, I can't lift nearly as much than when I was in a surplus, obviously, because I'm not getting as much energy, as much fuel than I was when I was doing my bulk. So it sucks, but I like the results that it has. Getting leaner, getting more cut, and still building muscle. And they say that, it can't be done. You can't lose weight and gain muscle at the same time. Well, that's fictitious. That's a lie. That science doesn't work that way. If you think about it, as long as you're getting your protein in and your good fats, you can burn fat like crazy and still put on muscle. You can do that simultaneously. Everybody thinks, oh no, you'll just lose everything. No. I want to see it. I want to see that six pack. Yeah, eating less and still being able to maintain your fitness level or your energy level and output is tough. It's tough, but if you think about it, that is the only thing that really makes sense, is you're eating less and doing more, or eating less and doing the same that you were before. You're gonna lose weight, you're gonna shed the pounds. It's just, and sometimes you won't lose any weight. You know why? Because you're shedding the fat and you're putting on the muscle. You're replacing the body composition. Sometimes you won't lose any weight at all. I wish I could find a protein that you really liked. I really do. I mean, because that's true, yes. And you got to use those muscles. And you don't get confused now, you got to use them. But yes, they're going to burn, your body's going to naturally burn more calories. What's the word I'm looking for? Your metabolic rate, your caloric metabolic rate will be more with more muscle mass. All right, last set of these. Incline dumbbell press. And then we'll move on. Whew. All right. We're moving on to exercise 4, tricep exercise. We are using a dumbbell for an overhead tricep extension. That's right. Full stretch, overhead, meaning we're going as low as we can go with those elbows and then back up over the head, okay? All right. Overhead tricep extension. What's you doing, Timmy dog? What's her doing? My go-to supplements right now, daily, in oral form, it's magnesium glycinate, vitamin D3 with K2, and I think that's it as far as like vitamins and minerals. Yeah, hang on, let me Demi Weiss. Creatine, yep, creatine every day. So 5 grams creatine every single day. It doesn't matter when I take it. I could take it in the morning, I could take it at night, in the middle of the day. For me, it doesn't matter. It doesn't make a difference as far as like my workout that day. I don't notice any difference. I've been doing creatine 5 grams every day for, gosh, a long time. I do not take any BCAAs because I get enough of the amino acids from the protein that I eat. The natural proteins from red meat, chicken, whatever it may be as far as my protein source, as well as I do protein shakes too. Typically after a workout, I'll do about 30 to 40 grams of protein and a protein powder with unsweetened almond milk when I'm in a cut. When I'm in a bulk, I'll use just like 2% milk, just to get that a little extra fat in there. Yeah. They do say the BCAA's intra workout is good. Honestly, I don't notice a difference at all.
when I'm taking BCAAs, intra workout. So, but everybody's body responds differently to different supplements, I will say. Come on, camera. BCAAs, the amino acids, help the proteins get into the muscles through the bloodstream. The omega-3s and aminos, that's what that does. That helps facilitate the protein into the bloodstream, into the muscles. But so does glycogen whenever you eat carbohydrates. Same thing. It does the same thing. The water retention, don't worry about that. Glycogen is going to do the same thing when you eat carbs. It's going to cause bloating, which is water retention in the muscles. If you just reduce your carbohydrate intake, yes, you will not have nearly as much energy, but you will watch the water depletion start to happen. And you will not retain nearly as much water. I don't worry about the scale, honestly. How I look and how I feel is what I worry about. Or not even worry about. That's how I judge, month to month about how my diet is doing and how my workouts are going and the amount of energy I'm putting into them. That's one of the biggest things, Yeah, it is. And I try to tell Lacey, I said, don't worry about that stupid scale. It's just a number. Look good and feel good when you look at yourself. Know that you're making progress and it's a process, Yeah, do measurements, track that shit. That's the biggest thing. That's the only way you're gonna see a difference. I mean, shoot. And have freaking pictures up of, when 5, 6 years ago, 7 years ago or something. Yeah, photos. I look at photos and I'm like, dang, I was really out of shape. Not saying I'm in the greatest shape now, but, I look at photos from back during like 2020 and 2019 and stuff when I was just starting out doing this again. Woo! They were rough. And like today, I look a little bloated. I've had a little bit to drink this week and hey, I wanted to enjoy myself and I know it's a summer shred but I also know that I can, dump all this water weight in a week. That's just how my body responds. Not everybody's body responds that way. Lacey hates it. I can go take a crap and lose 5 pounds. Sorry. That's just the way it is for me. It makes her so mad. But I don't worry about the scale. I worry about how I look and how I feel. All right. Moving on. Exercise number 5. dips. Ugh, gross. Woo. Come on, camera. You gonna follow me today? There you go. All right. For dips, there's a couple different ways you can do this, but we want to focus on the chest for these dips. So I know you're not going to be able to see it with this camera angle, but what I am ultimately trying to do is I'm trying to get my body over my chest, over my hands, and I'm trying to push through with my lower chest. So this is a lower chest focus exercise. Yes, it does hit the triceps, just the way the movement is. It's part of it. But I want to make sure that I'm pushing through with the chest. All right, let's get it. Oh. All right, one more set of dips. Really starting to feel the fatigue on these muscles. Whew. Moving on to our next tricep exercise. Tricep push downs. We're gonna do those with the cables. You just missed dips. That was all. We were doing chest dips for the lower chest. Moving on to cable push downs for a tricep exercise. And today I'm going to be using the short flat bar versus the rope. All right. And let me get my monitor turned around here so I can see the chat. There we go. All right. Ah. Ah. All right, next set. Push through. Let's do it. Get it. Come on. Whew. Definitely feeling the tricep pump today. Gosh. Whew. All right, we got one more set of push downs, and then we'll be moving on to, I believe, the resistance band flies, which are brutal, I'm telling you. All right, last set, let's go. Woo. All right. All right. So I know it says dumbbell fly, but we are doing a resistance band fly. And we are isolating the arms, okay? So we are not doing a symmetric, it's gonna be an ISO exercise. So with that, let's get our resistance band. All right, and I'm gonna try to do this up close and personal without the camera, or with the camera, without breaking anything. So you can see from here, I have resistance on the band. You can see the band there. And then the more I stretch the band, the more resistance there is. So at the top of the contraction, there is the most resistance, which is where I really start to feel it. So I'm gonna try to get this in a position where we can see the chest really well. There we go. So here is where all of that contraction is, the inner chest. All right, ready? There we go, bring it right across the body, okay? Elbow slightly bent. You notice it's not a press, it's a fly. And right there's the contraction. Resistance all the way, big stretch, and then try to bring your elbow across your body. Just like that. That's a nice squeeze at the top. And then we're gonna switch over to the other side. Just like this. We want the contraction all down through here. Just like that. Whew. Whew. All right, next set, let's go. All right, last set. Whew. All right, we got our last tricep exercise. Skull crushers. I don't have a really good setup. 6 kgs, 6K likes. That's what I'm talking about right there. Like I said, I don't have enough, or I don't have a good cable setup to do overhead or skull crushers with the rope, so I just do them with a dumbbell. Let's get it. right, next set. Let's burn them up. Come on. Oh. Yes, I am live on YouTube as well, with 0 views. That stinks. Last set, let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for today. Thank you for joining the live stream, Chest and Triceps with Get Out and Lift Shit in the Goals Gym. It is week 4 of the Summer Shred. Sunday starts week 5. We are almost there to the end. But it's just the beginning. As always, stay safe, have fun, get out and lift shit. Peace.